What's up? I think Zelda music is really good. I also recently started a channel where I'm posting stuff I like talking about. Today, I decided to rank my top 10 favorite Tears of the Kingdom tracks, mostly because I have leftover footage and decided it'd be fun to talk about. Now, you might be wondering, why would I watch some random smuck talk about his Zelda opinions on YouTube? I really do love this track, mostly because it's very cozy. These games are very cozy. Lookout Landing basically serves as a hub world in Tears of the Kingdom, and I feel like the leaping piano combined with the drum sections kind of gives it an air, kind of like a small mercenary band marching forward or something. Tears of the Kingdom in general is very good about having dynamic music. The music itself evolves with you as you move through the world. As you investigate the four regional phenomena around Hyrule, the song itself grows with you. I love the way that it ends up reflecting Ganon's theme in Crisis at Lookout Landing. While Fortified Lookout Landing is the band all coming together, it sounds like a true triumph. Lookout Landing takes a spot because it sums up some of the game's themes and allows you to feel comfortable coming back to a central hub in the overworld. And when a game does that for you, I guess there's not much else to ask for. The Fierce battle theme is definitely my favorite of any of the battle themes in this game. Sometimes I find myself imprisoning bokoblins just to hear it. That's how you know that shit slaps. The instrumentation in this one is so crazy that it paints this off-kilter picture of the bokoblins that is just so interesting to me. Like, this theme makes me think about what they're thinking as they're trying to kill me. It sounds really offbeat in a way that serves the monsters more than me as the hero, but I think that's a good thing. Like, bro, listen to this and tell me you don't want to start dancing.
Hey, this wall tastes like secret stone.
Tulin's theme, in my opinion, is a remarkable example of how to write a character through music. It perfectly encapsulates it. It practically screams Tulin. The strings swell so well in the second half, it gives it such an emotional hook. It's a kind of magic that reminds me of classic nostalgic films, like Christmas tunes or something of that sort. It just paints a really wholesome picture, and it's probably the number one reason why I love Tulin's character so much. I'm not gonna lie, this part with the accordion really makes me tear up. Do you ever wonder what mystery sounds like in an ambient soundtrack? I'm sure you haven't, but if you have, Dragonhead Isles hits the nail on the head. It's so good at informing the player that there's something more going on here, but not in a way that's distracting. it still fits perfectly within the mode of ambience that the WoW games are so good at. The synths I think they use on this are kind of bone chilling. Gives you the sense that this chamber is a place of refuge, or maybe not. Maybe it's a place of regret or longing. The fact that the orchestration allows for these different feelings is proof of its quality in my book. Man, I mean, if there is one thing I like about video game music, it's the way that it can create subtext for you, the player. The consistent ebb and flow of the piece is kind of reminiscent of time itself, rising and falling and rising again. It just feels very significant. No doubt, it plays a big role in my opinion that this is the second best dungeon lead up in the game. Speaking of dungeon lead ups, the Rising Island chain was so remarkable for so many the first time they heard it, and yeah, this is actually crazy. The way the melody at times harkens back to Va Meadow's theme almost serves as a warning. It's like the closer you get, the more the game screams at you to turn the hell around. But eventually, the main theme comes forth, and the ascending piano lines just make for such a tense experience. It's too late to turn back, and now the full reality of how high you are above the ground, above Rito Village, really sets in. You and Tulin are in some deep shit, and it shows. But there's an underlying determination to this theme too, kinda like it's playing for both you and Tulin, as well as the Stormwind arc. Really cool.
This has to be their leader. Ouch! Are you okay?
Battle with Queen Gipto's composer, Masa Miyoshi, absolutely ripped this track a new asshole. I mean, just listen to those drums. The drums themselves are just so frantic and lend themselves to the Gipto's nature very well. To be honest though, the real thing I love about this track is the Queen Gipto's own movements. It just fits so well with its character bobbing and weaving and sliding around the place like some weird snake. But then it's a bug, and so it's awkward and strange and out of place, but in a good way. It's bombastic, but for something that doesn't even want to be seen. The whole track is just so infectious, and honestly kind of thought-provoking considering the contrasting nature of this boss fight. Legend of Zelda games in general are so good at having an ear for melody, and this track is absolutely no different. Very whistleable, I mean if I could whistle. I just love this track, and this boss. Look at this little queen. How could you not love her? Recording this has made it increasingly clear that I adore anything involving Minoru, and especially her music. While the Construct Factory Depot is not necessarily a Minoru-centered theme, it still stirs the same kinds of emotions in me. The ambient synths form a melody that's kind of cursory at first, sounds a little, destitute and broken. Very fitting for a broken factory in the depths. But as you assemble Minoru's broken parts and ship them back together, the melody takes on a new form, but it's not something full like I expected. It's still quiet and sad. It's reflective. And it plays at a time that in-game is basically after you've put Minoru back together, after she realizes that the hero has come for her. But it's not victorious. It's just reflective. It's almost tired sounding, but I think that makes it perfect. It gives Minoru a depth that she kind of misses in terms of the writing department. And for me, having a piece this strong in your arsenal makes you 10 times better of a character. It just makes you think of all of the lost history that the Zonai can no longer share. All the stuff that Minoru has chosen, or maybe even unchosenly forgot, in pursuit of helping the hero end a war. I love this song for what it does for Minoru's character, but in all honesty, it's these character-driven melodies that inspire me most as a music listener and as a gamer. So these next few picks are definitely gonna fit that mold.
You're here.
Mipha is a character that I adore. I was a huge fan of how she was written in Breath of the Wild, as a fallen, hidden protector of Zora's domain, bound by this sadness that could be felt in her amazing theme. I loved that theme, and in Tears of the Kingdom, one of my biggest hopes was that she would get the respect she deserves. Mipha's court accomplishes this in a way that is so far above anything I could have hoped for. If you've made it this far, you might be wondering why such a quiet track is at number 3 on my list. It's really not just to be different. Mipha's court accomplishes subtlety in a way that is very favoring to her character. Mipha was always putting others first, and this court was built as a testament to that. She watches over the entire Zora's domain, and so her melody slipping in and out as it does, it's almost as if her soul itself is trying to bury it. That might not be the right way to look at it, but I think it's the way that would bring Mipha the most peace. She no longer has to deal with the pain and the regret that her theme represented. In this way, Mipha's theme isn't just an ode to her, it's an ode to her legacy, to her impact. And yeah, it did get me pretty emotional the first time I heard it. And it will probably continue to make me emotional for many years to come. A song to accompany Mipha as she rests her head in the court's waters.
Shit.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but I honestly believe that the same can be true for music. In my opinion, the Water Temple stands at the pinnacle of such a saying. In a soundscape such as this, it becomes so easy to involve yourself in a world of magic, to believe that cascading waterfalls descending from the sky can truly exist, to see yourself among the heavens, searching its ruins, to make good on Mipha's will to protect her people. It's all here in one song. Even if it's never explicitly explained, leitmotifs pop up here and there. They show you their true colors. Slowly but surely, as you solve the puzzles on these floating islands. Okay, I'm done with the pretentious part now, but I do really love this temple. There's something really special about a song that can bring context to a place that has basically none. And while it is disappointing that there aren't more direct explanations for the Water Temple, to be honest, this music just about makes up for it. I know that sounds crazy, but I believe it's true. I love these silent parts where the piano pokes out and reverberates across the air. But soon, as you make more progress with the faucets, the tempo picks up, and now, all of a sudden, you're hit with all the crisis that is below you. And whenever I'm playing this section, I'm always reminded of Mipha. The best motivation is intrinsic motivation, and the lull in the previous section is almost entirely replaced with a quiet determination, urging them to think about the gravity of the situation. Both of the Wild Games Zelda dungeons are really good at using that intrinsic motivation. In fact, in Tears of the Kingdom, these were so good I had trouble choosing between which one I wanted for the number 2 spot. They were all that good. But eventually, the final section of this piece starts to play, and I just could not justify putting any other song in this spot. Please, just listen to this and allow it to paint the most beautiful pictures. And the winner is
Kogera, baby.
Nah. The Kogera fight was very, very close. Very close. But I'm gonna give it to I've already talked at length about how much I love this final battle, but like 30 people tops maybe saw that, so I think it's okay for me to run it back here. In short, this track represents everything good about Tears of the Kingdom. Basically every good quality that's in every other song is still present here. I mean, it slaps, hints at greater history, gives me very vivid imagery, and sounds like a return home all at once. This piece's opening is very horn heavy, and that contrast between the lighter and darker horn sounds, it sounds like the dragons themselves are talking to each other, blaring at one another, fighting for the control of Hyrule's future. While this section uses the saxophone playing the main melody to incredible effect. I've always thought the saxophone and the erhu were supposed to represent Link and Zelda respectively. If that's the case, then I think this theme does an amazing job at pulling every major player together in one final big, glorious moment. Soon, the song becomes way more dire as the sky turns a blood red. They've used this changing tonal centers technique a few times before, but this time feels different, way more impactful because of the story that's in the music. I hate to use this word, but this is dynamic music at its absolute peak. When people say things like, "I wish I could experience this game for the first time again," that is exactly how I feel about this game. So it was really no doubt in my mind that it would be the crowning achievement among the crowning achievements that is Tears of the Kingdom soundtrack. Hello again. If you've made it this far, then I really appreciate you for watching this video, like sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. I don't know how this is going to turn out or anything, but it was a lot of fun to make, and that's the most important part. I'm not gonna lie to you, I have pretty weird taste in music anyway, so I don't expect everybody to agree that is watching this. But if you wanted to have a discussion in the comments about your favorite, Tears of the Kingdoms or any Zelda song, really, I would love to hear about them because I love Zelda music, and yeah, I don't know. Bye.
Demon. Secret stone.